Alright, welcome to Walnut Point State Park in Oakland, Illinois, central Illinois. As you enter the state park, you come to a T intersection. If you go to the right, I'm not going to drive down there right now, not a whole lot to see. There's one pavilion, one vault toilet, or a pair of vault toilets actually, and a boat ramp down that way, which is right down there, a short drive. The boat ramp is fine. They do not allow gas motors to be used on the lake. You can have them on the boat, but not in use. It is a smaller lake, and they try to keep it pretty clean by not allowing the gas. That also makes it a phenomenal lake for kayaking, which they do have rental kayaks here if you don't bring your own. They also have paddle boats and john boats. This lake, or this road that I'm on actually, pretty much wraps around the lake as you drive it. So it's a little bit of a drive to get back into the campground, but I enjoy it. It makes the campground a little more tucked out of the way, gives you a peaceful ride in and out. I've stayed here now. This is my second time. Both times we've stayed here for a week. Zero issues at all. It's close to Casey, Illinois, which you might want to look up. I think it's Big Towns, or I'm sorry, Big Things, Small Town. They have a Facebook page. They had a Jim Bolin, a business owner, decided one day to start building really large things, and the first thing he did was built the world's largest wind chime, installed it in town. That drew in a ton of people into this little town, and he just went from there and built more and more big things. World's largest mailbox, world's largest golf tee, and I forget what all else. Great little town though. That's one of the nature trails back there. They got a few different nature trails to hike. I've only done the one that wraps around the lake, and it's a decent one. It's not anything spectacular. I have not done the other ones. They have a group camping area back that way. I assume the majority of people that watch this video are not interested in going group camping. Quite frankly, I started making these videos just so I have something to look back on while I'm picking campsites. That back there is Breezy Point. There's just various spots throughout the state park where you take a little road back and it puts you at a pavilion, a little fishing area. So there's plenty of places to fish all around this lake. They got bluegill. The bluegill they do a little differently. You can keep 20 fish a day. Of those, they encourage you to keep the small ones. They only let you keep 5 that are 8 inches or more. So 8 inches or more for the length capacity. You can only keep 5 of those. And then up to 20 total, with the smaller ones making up the rest. And their theory is then, by weeding out all the small fish, the bigger fish will thrive and you'll have a better fishery here at the state park. We're coming up on the lake itself on the right. We've been alongside of it the whole time, but this is where you get your best view. There's one fishing area there. There's a pier across. I don't know if you can see it. Driving across an earthen dam right now. But again, a nice peaceful lake to kayak on. Nothing huge. They do have some very large flathead catfish in here. Decent sized largemouth bass. A good amount of crappie. Some bullhead. You can catch channel catfish all day long. shelter playground area. They have another boat ramp down this way. That's the concession stand over there with the rentals. This is one of their 2 boat ramps. That's tent camping area right across the little bit of water there. The concession stand, they sell live bait there. It's also, some people refer to it as a diner. Like on Fridays they have a fish fry. The rest of the week it's just, they do have lunch items and dinner items, but it's nothing, it's not like a sit down restaurant. It's just a concession stand that has a little more than you'd expect. And I may put my phone down to turn around here. Nah, be alright. Got hot dogs, kayak rentals, firewood for sale. The backside of that playground, shore fishing all throughout here. Then I'll duck you into the campground. Today is Thursday, and the campground always clears out midweek. So Wednesday there were maybe a total of 5 campsites being used. But then on the weekends it gets a decent amount busier. That is the dump station up there, if you can see it through the shadows. It's a 2-lane dump station. Your first campsite right here is site 2. On the other side you got campsite 1. Believe this is 4 right there, and then you got a water spigot there that I assume works. Your camp hosts are right across from it. That is site 6, and then you got a walkway that goes back to the concession area. Site 5 is right on the other side, along with 7 right there. That one being used is site 8. You got the Fox tent area that I did a walkthrough on. It's part of my walkthrough video on another one. 9 is a handicap site. You got site 10 there. Site 11, 12, 14 is the next one. Right there, with a little deck. And 13 is this site here on the corner. This is the shower house area. I'm just ducking through. There'll be a video of the inside of the men's area of the shower house at the end of the video. But the shower house is always clean. Never once had any complaints about it at all. Got one basketball hoop here. Another playground back there. And then we're coming up on the gray tent area, which I did not do a walkthrough just because there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's 3 different families back there right now, I believe. And when I was back there, there were a lot of little kids playing around. I might be able to get a video of it later. It looks like they're packing up. I generally don't like to include little kids in the videos just out of respect for the families that are here, in case they don't want their kids on a YouTube video. That's a basic campsite, site 1. These are all nice and secluded. Site 2, 3, 4, site 5, 6. So those first 6 are just a basic campsite, no electricity, just non-electric for tents or somebody that doesn't care if they have electricity in their camper. And then this is site 15. 16 is right across from it. That is 17. And I believe 17, nope, 19 has the trail coming out behind it. 18 is another site with a little deck. You got 19 here. '21. That is site 20. You got a water spigot right back here. That's your water spigot. Just a community water spigot, but it's there. Site 23, I really like. You got it's a decent shaded campsite. You're right across from the water. You got a trail behind it, and that trail ends right at a little pier for fishing off of. My kids would love it. Then you got the vault toilets right next to you. The vault toilets are very well maintained. They don't smell at all. That is site 22, which is a handicap spot. You got another little pier down there, and it's paved all the way down for handicap access for that one. That site right there is site 24. 25 is a favorite among a lot of people, right across from it. Nice wide site. This is site 26 with my camper. This is the site we've stayed at every time that we've been here. Next time I think I'm trying that 23. I just never tried it before. 27 first. You got another little deck. 28 right across from it. A little bit sunny for me. I like the shaded sites. 30 is right there. And then 29, fairly shaded with a deck. That site right there is very shaded, site 31. '32 is that one. And this one here on the corner is, of course, 33. With one more right here on the edge of 34. All right, this is the gray tent area. Site 9 is a handicap site. Site 10 11, 12, and 13 are all off to the side here. I'm going to pause it till I get back to it. All right. Site 11. Big area for your tent, along with the fire pit and picnic table. Site 12. Fire pit, picnic table, along with where you got for your tent. And site 13. Site 14 here with your fire pit, of course, tent area. Nothing back here has electric, of course. Site 15. A 16 was right across from it. $17 right there. $18. There is a pier right there that you can walk down to from site 18. I believe site 19 has one on the other side. This is my first time ever actually being in here. So that's site 19. Coming out the back of it. You do have a little pier. And site 20 all the way out onto the point, where you are just back here by yourself. This is the Fox tent area across from site 10. They just have vault toilets in this section. The flush toilets, shower house are not a far walk at all, but these are clean and they don't smell at all. Site 1. Two. As you can see, the shower house is pretty clean. One of the better ones I've been in.